What's up everybody? Chana D, your Techno Dad here. I've got a short video for you today. We're going to be checking out the Dolby Atmos track in Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. And we're going to get into it right after the jump. And I'm back. So before we get started, why don't you tell me which scenes you like in this movie that have the Atmos effects going on? Just drop it down in the comments there. Okay, so Timothy wanted me to check this out, and the cool part is it's on a regular Blu-ray, so this only cost $10 from Amazon, and I'm sure you can rent it at your Redbox or whatever, and it should have the Dolby Atmos track. I've heard a bunch of different movies in Dolby Atmos and DTS:X, so I have to say this movie has more of a subtle Dolby Atmos track, meaning it's not like Jupiter Ascending where there's tons of spaceships flying around shooting each other. It's not like Gravity when they're in space and things are rolling around and you're spinning out of control and all that. This is more subtle since there's not that crazy, you're not in space or anything. And it's not like the DTS:X track of Lone Survivor where there's just like shit just everywhere. Gunfire and voices and rocks and debris and all kinds of stuff going on. This is more subtle. What does that mean? Most of the time coming out of the Atmos speakers, we have like ambient music, the background music. And for certain scenes, like in the motorcycle chase scene, I could hear more of the engine noise from the motorcycles. And I'm sure you're like, well, how are you hearing this? Well, pretty much I stand on my coffee table and get close to the speakers and listen to see what's coming out of there. I didn't watch the movie that way. I would kind of wonder, like, I think I hear something going on up there. So I would rewind it and get on my coffee table and check it out because I want to know what's coming out of there, You would too. So I think what illustrates the subtleness of this Dolby Atmos track is in the car chase scene. Well, it's like the car chase with the motorcycles, and Tom Cruise's character hits one of the guys with the motorcycles, and that guy goes rolling up the car hood and down the back, and that is like right over our heads and to the back. So that's what I mean by subtle. Like it's there and it's nothing artificial. The biggest Dolby Atmos section probably happens around chapter 8, about an hour in, when they have to break into swap some cards in some like weird underwater computer vault or something like that. They have to like parachute in, and one of the parachutists, I don't know if it's both or one, I forget, but they fly overhead and you totally hear that. You'll hear the the parachutes flapping in the wind, and that's like the best way I can describe the sound. And that goes like over us, and that was really cool. He has to jump into this big water tank to swap out these cards or whatever. And there's where you get a lot of the Dolby Atmos effect going on, because you've got water, he's holding his breath, and you get his heartbeat all throughout. And as he can't hold his breath anymore, that intensifies along with all the other water situated effects that are coming through the ceiling speakers and the surrounds and the fronts. There's this big mechanical arm that's like whipping around, and he ducks to get that out of the way, and that goes over his head and our heads, like that movement. So that's pretty cool. Lots of swirls, lots of effects, and heartbeat in the background. Really cool. And this is a whole 4-minute section. So it's fairly long, where he's just kind of in this tank or whatever he's in. And that's the part of the movie that uses Atmos the most, when he's in that water tank and you've got the bubbles and you've got his heartbeat and you've got these mechanical things swirling around. Oh, and then when the jets turn back on, the like pump or whatever turns back on, then everything starts swirling, and you got swirls going from left surround, right surround, up top to the front, and it's just this big circular three-dimensional swirling shit that's happening. It really does take you into the scene. Super immersive and very, very cool. So, you know, at $10, I would say this is an easy pickup. Like I said, it's not going to be non-stop action like, you know, Jupiter Ascending or, you know, Lone Survivor, or even Mad Max. It's subtle. It's subtle in a good way. It's not artificial, and it happens when it happens on screen. You know, the Atmos speakers are put into effect when there's something on screen that actually, you know, needs it. Like the guy rolling over the car. You know, starts in the front as he hits him, and then goes to the top when he hits the roof. Boom, boom, goes to the top, and then goes to the surrounds. Perfect. The ambient music that's coming out of there, the other special effects, just to amplify and engulf you in sound for this action scenes in this movie. So I'd give it a thumbs up. Definitely rent it, since it is just a regular Blu-ray, and check it out for yourself and see if it's worth the $10. Hey, why not? And another cool thing is that there is a coupon in here, so you can redeem a second digital copy of whichever Mission Impossible you like. But you get 2 for 1 pretty much when you buy it. So it's up to you. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked it, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel using the button in the middle of your screen. Once again, my name is Chana D, I'm your Techno Dad, and I'll see you next time.